All right, all right, all right. What's good, homies? Finally, it's fucking here. I told you I was gonna do it. Mind the pain in the beard, dude. I'm a dirty nigga, so I don't give a fuck. But anyway, what's good, y'all? Let's get it poppin'. Let's get this fucking AOL magazine week 4 in fucking review. And let's get this shit going. Alright, first fucking battle we got Diablo versus Asylum. Which, by the way, Asylum, thanks, dude, for fucking showing up, fucking up the whole timeline of the league, then posting what looks like a fucking no-show verse, and then fucking signing out. But thanks for the fucking props, homie. Anyway, let's get on to the fucking battle. Asylum. Apparently, I guess you just free wrote, because I don't see no... Maybe you did. Put a fucking topic? I don't know. I don't see a topic, so let's get it going. Alright, Asylum. Become what you're afraid to be. The only face you're ashamed to see is your own in the mirror staring back painfully. Beg God for clearer sight and see the world shamelessly. What's the gain and who's the crook? Thoughts explained are often truth overlooked. Took over granted last chance turned to frozen moments in time. I thought I was fine but got lost in the motion. Ends in shrine. Hear the thud of an albatross on an ocean frozen over. That's over sense of right and wrong when you're no longer sober. Four-leaved clovers attached. Know and dispatch. Throw down the hatch and stroll down factory lane. Close to memory. Thrown over hegemony. Sorry if I mispronounced that. In memory of how the sun looked through the clouds. Grown over by the plants in a sense. Depressive sensory. Eclectic memories through you into oceans of knowledge. The notions acknowledge. Clasp your hands behind your back. Suspend your spine in time while your punishment is exacted. It's fact, kid. Bite you in the mind like an arachnid. Wake up in the Lake Placid choking on moss and dirt. This whole time I thought my thoughts weren't heard. I'll kill you first. Alright. That was actually some fucking dope ass inner rhyming that he was going off. Asylum is a fucking dope writer. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. That he just shows up whenever he feels like it. And yeah. But Asylum, man, come back, dude. You're a dope writer, man. I love reading your shit, but I'm not feeling this. This was, as far as the overall feel, like I said, you were fucking going in, but then you didn't really give me enough content, man. I don't know what the fuck this shit's about. Are you just speaking in general? If you would have had a topic, if you would have posted a topic, I guess it would have been made it a little easier. But anyway, good verse. Excuse the fucking getting over a cold. So yeah, good verse, but not enough content for me to, go on and actually say what it's about. So salute for showing, man, and thanks again for the props. Shut the fuck up. Next, we got fucking Diablo, aka bear in mind, aka Lars, the fucking British. I was gonna say British faggot. Anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. So his picture is it's a strange picture. It's fucking. I'm gonna show you because I can't really describe it. I don't know if you can see that shit. There it is, right there. It's a dude. He's kind of. It looks like he's fucking. It's just weird. There's a bunch of numbers everywhere. Oh, I get it. I see. It's a view from. I guess like if somebody's putting down, looking up, you can see all the buildings. I guess now I can see all the buildings, and he's looking up to the cityscape or whatever. You know what I mean? But looks a little robotic. But let's get to it. All right, Diablo's verse. The memories he treasures aren't even his own, just sentiments collected by the breathers below. Being a robotoid, sorry. Being a robotoid, Quark was more than advanced, but to feel an emotion was beyond his Borgian grasp. A law has been passed by the omniversal rulers of time that ordered the snatching of eye motions a rebootable crime. The unit's AI couldn't compute their petty reasons why, as the humans he mined, the minds of, never seemed to mind. Now the megacity's rife with its cybernetic conglomerate, and any breathers trying to trade credits for consciousness. Some sellers were profiting profiting though with a vast margin. With synthetic anamnesis at oh shit, man, all these big ass words, man. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but anyway, being sold on the black market. So knowing who'd had hardship was the same as with drug abuse. Only the brass-hearted junk bots ever paid for the substitute. Cork favored impulsive purity at the raw emotion over those tailored to look anew by morphing moments. His drive shaft were always open to talk of where to find a cash-strapped source resolved to give in all at any price. As he walked the dead of night of the wider web that evening, he took a call that energized the very fibers of his being. "Hi," he zerked. "Good evening, Cork." The automaton zapped. "Did you find what I'm in need of?" He robotically rasped. "I've got what you asked for," vizzed the voice on the dateline. As Cork's conduit channels clack, hollow point me in the place and time. The droid had arranged arrival with immediate haste, so Cork loitered the gates of Site X to complete the exchange. He imagined a breather's sensation to be truly phenomenal, and longer to feel the whole range of eye motions humanly possible. He seemed in his optical lenses a further 50% towards the movement he'd spotted in the distance ahead. Cork signaled a sensory message to confirm it was him, and the Cybele sector bot sent an affirmative ping. Both wired to a whimsical halt and turned down their batteries. Cork zurst. "Did you bring them?" From this mouth mechanically. "I did." Zoked, the Xano being, with feverish zeal as Cork's intra-browser scans the piece to see if it's real. His vehicle wheels start to spin with ecstatic excitement. Damn, I'm fucking up. But as the deal's being sealed, he hears the scramble of sirens. A flashing of vibrant lights happened too quick to have caught on as the scheme standing beside him transformed into a lawbot. Woo, twist. This is a foregone conclusion. The bulwark buzzed with content. We've transcripts of your thought logs, Cork. You're under arrest. The punishment meant he was to be completely rebooted until nothing was left of the memory he was so keen on consuming. The police bot produces its hollow badge as its helmet retracts, and Cork began to feel pretty stupid that he'd fell for that trap. But he'd felt something tangible and was now ready to die by welcoming that great blue screen of death in the sky. Flagrant error. That nigga's been wiped out. All right. So, pretty interesting story from the topic, from the pick that he picked is, the guy looks like he's like a spy or like an undercover dude, that he might be higher up in, in the whole, I guess, government shit, and he's, it seems like he's, what's the word I'm looking for? He's jaded, with the whole robot life and shit, and I guess he might have felt. It's alluding to that he might have felt a little pity for the mouth breathers. He was like, man, you know what? These niggas ain't that bad. Let me help them. And so as soon as he gave in, what he didn't know is that they've been watching this nigga the whole time. His thoughts that he's been thinking, they know. So it was easy. It was an easy trap to set. Very dope fucking verse here, man. Lot of dope references. I see that, like junk. Well, I guess junkbot is not a unique word, but shit like breathe. I thought breathers was a dope word to use. You know what I mean? Pretty clever that you named him Cork. Again, kind of. If you're looking at the picture, well, because the picture doesn't really look robotic, but at the same time it kind of does. So good shit, man. You had some dope rhyming in here. Not anything that's like, oh my god, that's that's so profound. But it's just your storytelling, your progression is just amazing. I mean, I guess it's from the fucking 20 fucking years that you've been doing this stupid shit. you're bound to be good, right? You're bound to catch something. So that's what it is, man. You tell a pretty dope. You're pretty creative with your storytelling, man, and that's what I like. So, in the end, here we go. In the end, Diablo ended up winning decisively, not because Asylum, honestly, from reading what Asylum wrote and what Diablo wrote, if Asylum would have actually wrote a whole fucking, a complete verse, because I don't think it's a complete verse, who knows, man? Asylum would have probably took this shit. To be honest with you, Diablo, no hate. I mean, this verse is cool, it's good, but it's not really one of your best. You know what I mean? So, oh well. Diablo won this handily. I mean, everybody voted for Diablo. So, I mean, shout out to Active Self. I don't know who you are, dude, but your fucking votes are incredible, dude. This was your first vote of the coming since you came in, and dude, you broke this shit down. You broke damn near the whole each verse down, dude. Dope shit, man. I appreciate the effort, man. You obviously sound like you know what you're talking about, so come back, bro. Come back. All right. Next motherfucking battle of the week 4. We got Symmetric versus myself. Now, since nobody else is going to review this battle or give it, props and mag, I'm just going to go ahead and just talk about Symmetric's verse, man, and break his shit down and, and yeah, you know what I mean? Give him some props, So here we go, Symmetric. Dude, the picture that he picked, when I first saw this picture, I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck am I going to write about this shit? Look at this bullshit. And you know what? I just noticed that's a fucking eagle. Holy shit. Alright, so let's go. Symmetric. Short verse, man. I think that hurt you, bro. The week before, I think you wrote a fucking dope-ass verse that everybody was in love with. And then I guess this week you might have not had enough time. I don't know. Or maybe the fucking topic you picked bit you in the ass and you didn't know what the fuck to write about. But anyway, let's go. Symmetric. She left a sickened city, left stability and stasis. The noisy upper godly serving sermons in their basements. She only craved simplicity, a way to shed the skeletons of happily complacent, and searching for the basics. Found the constellation's hourglass, the Navajo mosaic. The edge between the desert's end and children learning patience. The shifting sands and pattern dancing lazily in cadence. The stepping stones to haven where a lonely shaken lady rests her feet from off the pavement. The only place that sojourns know the world is wholly craven. Man, this dude is going off. The California valley's strangely vacant, but she's glad she's on her own. It's unsettling the peace, and she never slept this easy in the confines of her home. Wakened by the cold, praying for a moment, then surrendering her soul and gives herself to death. Hoping that the sunrise leaves the outline of her bones, she motions to the crows. Woo! That was this dude was going off with the inners, dog. Symmetric is dope. I mean, come on, dude. That last part of the first stanza was, what? The stepping stones to haven, where a lonely shaken lady rests her feet from off the pavement. The only place that sojourns know the world is wholly craven. I mean, god damn, dude. This shit is dope, man. Just dope, bro. You took that picture and dude, if you would have just kept writing, I think the problem I think is you just ended it abruptly. You were going off, dude. You were painting a picture and then she motions to the crows like bam. But I guess that kind of, it kind of plays into your whole thing of, her giving into death. So it was sudden, you know what I mean? Just bam. I mean, if that wasn't your intent, then it was a genius mistake on your part. But I thought that was a dope little play there. My opinion is you ended it nicely, but I'm assuming that I don't read other people's votes. They just send me the votes and I post them. I don't read nobody's votes. So yeah, I ended up taking that, but shouts to Symmetric. Dude is He was doing his thing, and he wrote a dope piece. And yeah, got one, bro. Dope shit. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you what somebody said about Symmetric's verse. Ender. One thing I guess, like I said, I don't read other people's votes and I don't read other people's verses until I have to. So I didn't know that we wrote about basically the same fucking thing. I guess it was the only fucking thing. I mean, to write about. And yeah, I think we even both kind of incorporated that whole trippy vibe shit. I'm either high or I'm so near death that I feel high. So yeah, that was dope, man. Symmetric, you did your thing, man. Here you go. Something that Ender said. In all, I think your piece was quite solid. The rhyme, flow, and wording in your first stanzas were very strong. Yeah, they were. And the second stanza was all right. I thought it was just as good. But again, it wasn't as long as the first one, so maybe that's what he was, going for. The content was a story fragment, but it was interesting, and I would have liked to see it expanded or given more detail. Yeah, man, because that shit was going. You were going off, dude. If you would have if you would have went off, maybe like another fucking 7-8 lines, you probably would have took that shit. Because your shit, I liked your interpretation of the picture as far as your wording and your imagery. I thought you did a better job than me on that. So, thanks, man. Thanks for the battle, and let's keep it moving. All right, next battle. Next motherfucking battle, we got Active Self versus Objective, the Norwegian Objective. All right, this was a dope battle. All right, so Objective posted a picture here, because I don't think I ever do these pictures any justice when I fucking describe them. So there's the topic. They both agreed on to do the same topic. So let's read Objectives. Oh, no, wait. Never mind, yeah. This was another no-show. Active Self didn't show. Damn, I thought he did. Anyway, all right, let's show Objective some love on this fucking... Oh, this was that verse. Okay, honestly, Objective, I read this. I didn't really like this. Yeah, you're kind of lucky he didn't show. The moon is kind of beautiful, but it's gray and hard, fused into a useless tool. Like modern Greek comedy musicals. Can't you see it's stupid, fool? Let me explain. To make it sane in your brain, pick apart the conscious and vain to start with our pain. It's the kink in Earth's armor with the faith of Pearl Harbor. A link to the birth of worthless drama like Who Cuts the Barber? Sure, our harbor transcendent thoughts in hard-to-open boxes, where paradoxes come to light in spite of witty, stupid foxes. Moral codes got Cheyas laughing with pacifists that's loving boxers. Was it wordplay or some oxys? Will the morons nourish doctors? Will we contradict our fathers as we self-proclaim as bastards to invent a certain others and go to therapy for brothers? Can't you see that certain hazards illustrate a blackened passion filled with rhyming and some actions with a hint of my olfaction? I'm the tree that blocks the moon, and I know you see it too. I was groomed into the fume that is zooming in your view. It's what I am coming to, the dried up portion of a dude that's forming into clues of plots where words and skies are blue. I got more in store for you. Alright. You got going there. We got going there towards the end of that first stanza, player. Alright. The seed of the pantheon of humanistic forces holds your potential. It's a chore, but more eventful. Even from before, our sun is essential. It's the gun to self's credential, and with perspective, it's oversizing. So let's meet at Sunday night to see climb on the horizon. Me, I stick to references like Nietzsche and M. Bison. Innovator, I'm the self-destructive incinerator that votes for self-active. If you read between the lines, it's my most abstract concept to date. I'm the underscore to your question. Stricture it. However, I'm clever if you can picture shit, but the fact remains that no one can top it, and fuck if you think I didn't nail the topic. Failures in this word's rating is absurd. In nature, the reader is the mother to my needs. Where roots get nurtured or dry up as leaves, a potential that'll crack the dried up earth where its siblings is formed as a former self will rise once again to shit where it sleeps. It's all for nothing except for greed, and the fact is clear, mainly because we find ourselves here, and there's a link, year after year, after year, after year. Okay. This was cool. Honestly, this was good when you weren't mentioning names, because I thought that kind of tripped you up. I was like, it's funny, I guess. You mentioned people and then you incorporated it into your verse, but when do they really add? Not too much. But anyway, I guess that's not a big part of the verse. Honestly, bro, I do not see the connection to the topic aside from the last stanza that you wrote about. But other than that, like I said, I wasn't feeling this. What I really liked is this last little bit of the first stanza. I thought you were going off, and you should have kept going with that. Can't you see that certain hazards illustrated black and passion, filled with rhyming and some action with a hint of my olfaction? I'm the tree that blocks the moon, and I know you see it too. I was groomed into this fume that is looming in your view. It's what I am, it's what I'm coming to. The dried up portion of a dude that's forming into clues of plots where words and skies are blue. I got more in store for you. Dude, that was just dope. I didn't like the second half of that verse. But anyway, man, thanks for showing. This was dope. A dope verse, man. And honestly, you probably got lucky that Active Sub didn't show. So, big ups, Objective. Hopefully you sign back up. And let's keep this shit moving. Next, we got motherfucking Ender versus Jay. All right. Let's go. Ender is a new dude. He not new to the rap game. I mean, to this shit that we do. But what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking. Hold on. Fuck out of here, cat. What's wrong with you, man? Fuck out of here. My bad, yo. Just had to deal with some fucking pest or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. You alright? You alright now? Alright. Okay. Alright, motherfuckers. So, yeah, like I was saying, Ender is not new to this shit. And if you read his stuff, dude is on point, man. I honestly think once dudes get used to his flow and his name, because, he's new. Everybody's like, oh, but clearly the dude can write, and I'm looking forward to seeing this dude compete every week. I honestly think he's going to be one of the top dudes. If he ends up staying the whole season, I could see him in the championship. So, fucking cold, man. So yeah, let's get to his verse. Hail to the Chief is his topic. Alright. When truth is denied, can reality survive? Lies, obscurity, clarity, multiply and thrive. And find a parity with the actual brass tacks. A world where your opinion is equally as valid as my fact. Ignoring proof, repeating fibs. Is it clear? Now. The audience was the biggest ever. Repetition of falsity does more than help it spread. The lie can become an illusion, truth in our head. Already going off. Untruth fed had led to a grave schism. The rising divide widened by racism. Some subtle, just othering us into non-white packs, the Hispanics, the Muslims, and of course the blacks. So it's easier to attack a group for the actions of one. So all black guys are drug dealers and act with a gun. But some bigotry is obvious and right in your face. As if from olden days, more than a slight disgrace, like questioning the president of his country of birth and refusing to disavow the KKK before doing more research. When protesters went up against the KKK, a protester died. But hey, take comfort there. We're very fine people on both sides. There were very fine people on both sides, but not African Americans, as there's something the race lacks. It's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. Man, dude. Already, dude, this guy's telling a fucking story. Let's go. But hate with no tact is not the only danger. Our ship is being captained by a mental teenager with no parenting figure to keep things in check. Unleashed thoughts are leading towards shipwreck. It can be funny to linger on the ravings of this glutton, but just remember who has their finger on the button, arguing who has the bigger button with a loon. You wouldn't believe this as a plot line in a cartoon. Claiming to be a stable genius it's insanely wild. You would call this childish even if it came from a child. When it comes to women, well, a tad pushy. They'll let you do anything. Grab them by the pussy. The saddest part, our national divide. Choose a side and follow blind along for the ride. Black or white, or maybe it's blue or red. Who cares what's right? I believe whatever the guy on my side said. Impossible to discuss, impossible to debate. A changed mind is weakness. Everyone's stuck in place. But the leader is incompetent. Doesn't that trouble you? Your tears taste delicious, so suck it, SJW. I don't cry though. No lasting damage done yet. No promises kept. No wall-based crippling national debt. I still have healthcare. No Muslims registered maid. All that's happened is the richest got even more paid. But what of 2020? I'll tell you the greatest of my fears. All he needs to fulfill his promise is 4 more years. Okay, so his topic. Okay, so dude, fuck. Ender went with a current event topic. He fucking covered everything so far that Trump has been fucking up, man. And honestly, it was dope. Each stanza had its own. Each stanza had the first, aside from the beginning, because I think the beginning was just a setup. But each stanza had its own little story that it was telling, and then it smoothly the transition from stanza to stanza, changing the subjects was flawless, man. Flawless, dude. I mean, the quotes, everything, dude. Incredible, dude. Very, very nice fucking verse. And it's not, his topic wasn't held to the chief. It was a picture of Putin in front of the burning White House. It's in the drive if you guys want to take a look at that. But yeah, this was incredible, man. I enjoyed this read. It read so smoothly. No hang-ups. No. You didn't. As far as like, it was the flow was natural. Like there was nothing forced. There was nothing added that didn't need to be added. I mean, you rhymed smoothly, man, and easily in this verse, man. So I can see that you are a fucking dope writer and you've been doing this for a while. So props, man, and thank you for fucking, joining the league and, putting the caliber up a little bit, man. So I enjoyed this verse a lot. I mean, obviously, you know what it's about. It's about Trump. It's, the picture is self-explanatory. But, yeah. All right, now on to Mr. J. His verse was, it was a gun, I guess, that turned into a camera. Or a gun that was a camera. Which is a pretty fucking clever... Excuse me. It's a clever thing, a clever picture, you know what I mean? Alright. Cat, shut the fuck up, man. Mr. J, alright. The jig is up. Don't shoot the messenger. Find the mending where the lessons stir. Arguing back and forth who to censor first. You slimy bastard. I hope you met yours worth. The jester slurs, backflips, tie bow, eyes closed. Tell me if you know what I know. Mockingbird sing and you thinking high? No. Penetrate your perch. Your porch. Your little eye hole. Hello. Your portrait perfectly as I stroll past the pheasants, past the peasants, my bowl. Spark that purple power, giggle and say bye, Holmes. Any perp caught don't gotta be Sherlock to say I know. Get your picture in the paper portraying over pipes blown. Any person in my presence is getting their pie broke. You picked the wrong day to take this stride home, but you're in your place where parents pry you whole. Picture that. It's a memento for tomorrow, one that you can borrow. Let me get that developed. Let me get that enlarged though. In memoriam? I figured that would be far-fetched. You about to get your shot wherever the stars stepped. Bet you were hoping and thought less. Imagine that nonsense. Can you picture that nonsense? Can you see it? God bless. Picture that. The man was an innovator when he gave me this strap. Look how they get laid out, arriving safely, gift wrapped. Should be a red light for your exposure before it goes pitch black. Should I go to the asylum if I let them rise up with this strap? Now you know that I did that. Frame me for this act. And if you pick up on this, you know about that kickback. Picture that. All right. So yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Is that a shot at me? Am I supposed to get something? I don't know. Either way, that was some good rhyming, good storytelling. You did the picture, you did the picture justice. I like the relaxed, tone that you took. You know what I mean, with your wording, and it fit well. With what you were trying to do. I enjoyed this. Again, I don't know if that was the last piece was for me. I don't know, but either way, yeah, this was cool. Mr. J ended up taking it. I think again, probably because nobody knows Ender, and his piece was just straightforward. I mean, he picked a picture that was pretty obvious. So what else? What the fuck were you gonna write about? Maybe that was it. I don't know. I'm leaning towards it being more, name recognition. Nobody knows Ender, so that's probably why he lost. Although Jay did his thing, so yeah, props to that. And there's that battle. Let's go to the next motherfucking battle. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. NYC Spitz and Solstice didn't show. Fuck y'all niggas. Next shit, week fucking 4 is done. Now, week 5. Next video. Alright, motherfuckers. So thank you for that. Thanks for everybody showing. You know what I mean? It was yeah, man. Week 4 was a good week. Thank you. Catch you on the next video.